Let's take a look at the quadratic function question here from SCGS. The value of a stock portfolio is given by the function y equals to negative half x squared plus 4x plus 1, where y is the value of the portfolio in thousands of dollars and x is the time in years from 2020. Part 1, write down the initial value of the stock portfolio. So number 1 is pretty simple. We have the word initial, means it's the start. So I'm going to put x equals to 0 into here and here. So I'll have this whole thing is 0. So y value is equals to 1. And remember, I emphasized the word thousands of dollars. So I'm going to write $sign. And for this one, I'm going to put it 1,000. So adding 30. So that's for part 1. Part 2, express y in the form. So that's the vertex form or completing the square form. So let me just take this one and write down again. For part 2, we're going to complete the square to get the form over there. So I'm going to factorize negative half from only x squared term and also x term and leave the constant alone. So I'm going to factorize negative half out. So I have x squared. 4 divided by negative half will give you a negative 8. Let me put this plus 1 at the back here. So my second step, completing the square, involves this bracket here. I'm going to leave these two outside a square bracket. This is how it looks like. Negative half with a square bracket. Square bracket, I place the plus 1 outside. And I'm going to draw this fixed pattern here. And let's complete the square now. Negative 8 divided by 2, that's a negative 4. Squaring 4, that's a 16 here. Next step, I'm going to distribute negative half in here. So I have negative half x minus 4 squared. Negative half times negative 16, that's a positive 8. And one last step, I have negative half x minus 4 squared plus 9. Okay, so this one here is my part 2. Let's read part 3 of this question. Determine the best time to sell off the stock to make a maximum profit. Find its value at this time. So part 3 here, you see this negative half, that means this graph is this shape and you have a maximum point here. Reading maximum point is going to be 4, 9. And if you remember, the question says that this x value is where the number of years is. So you're going to answer when x equals to 4. That implies that is in 4 years time. And if you want to answer the year, please be a little bit careful. Let me show you here. You will always have to consider t equals to 0. That's the year of 2020. Now, this is coincidentally that's both are 0. So therefore, if it goes to t equals to 4, you're adding 4 here. And you're adding 4 here. That's why you get 2024. Now, please be a bit careful. Not every question will end with a 4. You need to think of the starting year and the time, okay? So now that I have when, I need to answer also the value of the stock. So the value of the stock is going to be this one here. And remember, we also need to add in the $sign. So the value is the $sign, the 9, and also in thousands of dollars. So that's all for this question here from SCGS.